Heading away on another adventure, this time to chase some of the chunky Australian salmon making their way along the coastline to their annual spawning grounds well out to sea from Perth. With tyres down and the big smoke well behind us, we began to make our way through the coastal scrub. These tracks are long and relatively unchallenging for the experienced four-wheel driver. There are some things to look out for though. Check out the size of this big buck kangaroo and his girl. As we made our way down the winding track, the smell of salty sea air filled our nostrils. Surely not too much further now. Then finally out and onto the wide open beaches of the majestic southwest. Dave and Bella Dog had well and truly had enough of driving by this stage and were very keen to get out of the car and start fishing. With the surf break now in full view, that good old feeling of excitement and anticipation soon took hold. Let's go fishing. The swell was up a little, so we decided to make camp well up the beach, away from both tide and swell. This spot looked perfect, with a large fringing reef busting up the powerful swells, reducing them to a carpeted layer of foam and oxygenated bubbles. This carpet of foam was then settling over a deep blue hole that was well within casting distance and practically guaranteed to hold fish.
Hi there, I'm Nick Hocking and welcome once again to the Fish On website. Today we're down here in the southwestern corner of Australia chasing the Australian salmon. Our lure of choice for the day will be a Halco Gold Twisty in 40 grams. It's a fantastic lure. Come with me and I'll show you why.
When fishing the beaches and rocks, it's always a very good idea to take a good long look at the area you're about to fish before approaching. Watch the area carefully, noting where all the danger points are. When a safe location is found, you should then proceed with caution. Remember to never risk rescuers' lives. Always fish with a friend and tell someone where you are and, most importantly, when you will be back. Casting into a heavy surf break requires crucial timing. Try to follow the wave as it recedes and make your cast before the next wave rushes back in. Allowing the lure to sink a little after the cast is always a good idea when fishing deeper holes, and not only prevents the lure from breaking the surface upon retrieve, but also allows the lure to cover much more of the water column. Most lures, including metals, have a purposely inbuilt action designed to entice fish into striking. A simple flat stick or medium burn retrieve is generally enough to impart the correct swimming action into most metal lures. More action can be generated by working the rod tip backwards and forwards, causing the lure to speed up or slow down and flutter. To connect braided line to fluorocarbon leader, simply tie a bimini twist to double the braided line, then an Albright knot to join the doubled braided line to the leader. Try to keep the knots no longer than 1 inch apart. Your usual terminal connection knot should be fine to connect leader to lure. Keeping your rod tip low will keep the lure in the water all the way to your feet, although it is sometimes a good thing to mix things up a bit and allow the lure to break the surface now and then. This is achieved by simply elevating the rod tip during retrieve. Always try to mix up your retrieves until you find what is working best on that particular day. Connecting a small, black, high-quality swivel to the front of your Halco Gold Twisty prevents the line twist during long casting sessions and also provides a great connection to tie onto. This fish came out of nowhere. It simply appeared in the face of a wave at the very last second. I paused the lure and watched as the salmon scoffed it straight from the face of the wave. Australian salmon are a strong and robust species that require a fair amount of playing out, especially on light to medium spin tackle. Try to relax and enjoy yourself when hooked up, as anglers that panic at the sight of larger fish often make mistakes that will haunt them for life. It's always a good idea to leave some distance between you and the fish when playing larger specimens out in turbulent surf conditions. Braided lines have near zero stretch and are very unforgiving when it comes to poor knot quality and angler error. Try to flex and move with the swell surge and the movements of the fish, backing off as the swell recedes and making ground as it pushes the fish towards you. Once your fish is high and dry, simply secure the catch and remove the lure. This healthy Australian salmon would weigh around 5 kilos and is an average specimen for WA standards. Australian salmon are highly regarded for their sporting abilities rather than their eating qualities and are generally released upon capture. Holding fish head first into the water flow helps flush oxygenated water through the gills and aids in a healthy release.
Well, there you go, and that's as easy as can be, folks. A light spin outfit, nice gold slice from Halco, wander around these beautiful southwestern beaches, catch yourself some big salmon, and have a great time doing it. See you next time.